mean, it's like you, Jibs, like Anthony. Occasionally Zeke. It's just Zeke yells too much. He yells too. Like, I understand why he does, but sometimes I feel like he's so, how you say it? He has an interesting personality where he doesn't have to do that.
Like, I don't know. Everybody you mentioned, aside from Zeke, because I don't really know Zeke's like fucking story too much.
Yeah.
Everybody you mentioned is making moves. That's all people pushing the game.
That's what I noticed. That time I had a conversation at the table, that's all it was. All of us talking about what we're gonna do, this, and this. The thing about certain people though, when you talk about certain moves, they're like, yeah, and then like when that moment is gone, they just don't. You never hear from them again. It's like they get you all excited. It's like a chick that's like, oh yeah, you go out on a date, and then she just ghosts you.
Is that what gaslighting is?
Yeah, kind of like that. We're all excited, and you're like, yeah, and then all of a sudden you hit them up, and it's like they were drunk and they forgot what they talked about the night before.
Makes sense. Yeah.
It's like, oh, remember that we were going to do this. Who are you again? What are we doing? You're like this.
What are we doing?
We had a 2-hour conversation, dog. Like we had about goals and stuff. That was you.
That's why, man. Like, you need a team to fucking do shit, but like, it's hard to get a team to do shit when motherfuckers don't want to do shit. So like, I end up doing a lot of the shit on my own, and I just do it anyways. And then hopefully motherfuckers see that shit, and they're like, and when I need help, I'm like, this is what I've already done, you know? Fucking jump in on this fucking ship, because we're sailing away. Like, let's fucking go.
Exactly. Even the situation I was talking about, the before and after thing on the podcast before, I did it. I was iffy about it first, but I was like this. I did it. Now, I didn't put it on my Instagram. But
wait, what situation are we talking about?
With the before and after, like how I looked.
Oh, yeah. And that was a cool post.
And then, like, I put it, and I got like 1,000 views. Not biggie, but if I wouldn't have done it, and then people mostly looked at it as inspiration more than like a thirst trap. I got a couple of DMs, but it wasn't like, oh, I want you. It was more like, man, look at you looking like a snack.
Ain't nothing wrong with the thirst trap, though, bro.
I'll take it.
Dude, we're fucking comics, man. It's essentially like kind of like an actor or whatever. We want motherfuckers to look at us and pay attention to us.
Hey,
you know?
Man.
You can't think about what the outcome is.
No, but believe me, at first I'm kind of hesitant because the fat boy's always in me. But now it's like, I was in the gym today, and my nemesis, this dude comes in, he starts flexing again. And usually I'm kind of like, nah, I'm gonna go over here. Like, nah, I'm gonna be up in your space, dog, and you gonna see what it is. And every time he was doing something, I wasn't trying to compete with him, but he knew. He looked at me, I was like, just don't.
Wait, so tell me more about this nemesis person. When did this start? How long has this been going on?
Like 2 months, man.
Yeah?
This dude walks.
What was the first one?
The first one was like 2 months ago when I first saw it. I was cool with him. But he walked in the gym and like I was doing something and he was way across the other side and he walked where I was and he just started like mad dogging me. And I was
really?
Yeah, and I was like, you know how you're in your own little zone and you kind of look and somebody's looking at you or they're around and he's all. And I'm looking at dude like, what's your problem, bro? Like, what is wrong with you, bro? But the thing is about him, he's not consistent like me. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not saying I'm Mr. Buff. I'm just consistent.
It's not bragging. You're just speaking facts.
Yeah, and he's not consistent. So I haven't seen him for at least 3 weeks.
So that's a fall off.
So he come back, and I can tell he's been drinking beer and probably and he's looking at me, I'm like, dog, and I'm already like on some other shit. Like, I'm already lifting.
Is he a Mexican dude?
Yeah.
Is he like a cholo guy?
Yeah.
How'd I guess?
And he comes in all like, and I'm like, dude, I'm not competing with him. I'm just with myself. But in his mind, he's competing with me. So I'm sitting there doing like heavy ass weight that he can't even do. And I'm not trying to show off. It's just shit I was going to do regardless if he was there or not.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was all.
You were working out, man.
Yeah. But he was looking at me the whole time, bro. And then he kind of sat down and he was just like, he sat down and realized, all right, man, like this guy's consistent. And I had a tighter shirt on than I usually wear. Yeah. So he was just like, and I was like, yeah, bro, don't.
You ever think, because, you know, cholo gangster motherfuckers can be weird sometimes, right? You ever think maybe he just wants to be your friend? Like he wants to be gym buds with you, but he don't know how to do that?
Usually it ends up that way. Usually like you look at your like supposedly nemesis And then eventually, like, hey, man, can I work in with you? Or they'll ask you a question, and then you're cool.
Yeah, because tough dudes be weird like that. They don't know how to be friendly because they're so used to being like, what's up, you know?
You're right. But the only thing about him is, one time I was working out,
Yeah.
and I'll have my earphones on, but usually gym etiquette is like, even if you buy earphones, you look at them and go, hey, can I? And you're like, I'm good. I'm like, yeah, dog, you in.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's cool.
There's proper gym etiquette.
yeah.
Even if you have earphones on, you still ask.
Fucking
This
man.
dude was just like, he crawled over me, grabbed something, didn't even say excuse me, and walked off, and he was just like this.
Okay, that's shitty.
Yeah, so I'm looking at dude like, all right, bro. And usually I'm very calm.
Were you hogging the weights or anything?
No, I was just on something, and
Yeah.
maybe he wanted me to. He just could have asked me, "Hey, man, how long you got on there?" I would have been like, "I'm almost done."
Yeah.
It's simple as that. But he just kind of trying to act all tough. Mind you, there's other females in there, so I think
Oh,
he tried to show up in front of the females.
yeah.
Me, I don't really concentrate on coochie when I'm working out.
It's all kind of adding up, you know? Because, yeah, if you're a tough guy and shit, you don't know how to fucking be friendly with motherfuckers. And then there's chicks there, so now you're even more weird.
Yeah. So I'm like, bro, and I'm not even trying to compete with nobody. I'm not Mr. Buff, like I told you. But I'm just in my mind, I'm like, dude, I've been consistent. I've been working out for the past, I'm gonna say 2 years. Consistently.
Would you ever be down for like an experiment? Like if you see homie, just be like, hey, what's up, bro? I always see you here, man. You working out?
You know what? One day I'll come in there.
Yeah,
But-
because that'll probably flip his script and be like, oh shit, this is my bro now.
You know what? I'll take your advice. The next time he's flexing in the mirror for like 10 to 15 minutes, I'll interrupt that and be like, hey, what's up, my man? See you work. Because the mirror is right here. He's like right on it, bro. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. He's just like,
That sounds hella weird.
here, and I'm looking at dude like, all right, every guy looks at themselves. Every guy flexes.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But it's just, he's like, and he's not even that big. And nothing wrong with it, but I'm just like, I'm looking at dude like, I guess you're confident, that's fine. But I'm just like, but he's like, and I'm talking about almost every time he does a set, he runs right to the mirror. He's like,
Maybe he's kind of gay too. And he's kind of dealing with his own gayness.
I don't know, bro, because when he was walking around, I'm just like, bro, what is your problem, bro? I'm like, it's weird energy, so I kind of like just,
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah, I'm not down with that, bro. I'm just not down with that.
I always shop at Walmart hella late.
Yeah.
You know, because they close like at fucking 11, right? So I get there at like 10:30 usually.
Yeah,
And there's always this one fucking dude doing stock, right?
yeah,
And for some reason, back in the day, like when I started doing this, which was like months ago, I would just see homie and then I see him again the next day. I'm just kind of like, right? And so we say what's up to each other. But yesterday I saw him and I ain't seen him in a minute. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, bro? And then he turns around like, who the fuck? And then he sees it's me and then he's like, hey, what's up, bro? And
Oh,
now I
that's
got a
cool.
fucking bro.
You know what? I'll do that. I'll take your
But me and
advice.
him have always been friendly. It was never weird. I always walk
okay.
by him and be like, hey, what's up, man? You know, but I never said anything. Today I was just stoked, or yesterday I was just stoked to see him because I was like, oh, it's fucking night shift, homie.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, and he was like stocking milk or some shit. And I was like, hey, what's up, bro? He's just like, what the fuck? Yeah, and then he saw me. He was like, hey, what's up, bro?
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that shit was tight, dude.
I'm gonna take your advice on that. I'm gonna try to set a positive vibe. Sometimes I have a face and I'm focused, so I guess I look kind of mean. People tell me.
It's a dude thing, too. We be like that sometimes, you know?
I totally agree. It's just like how you say it? It's like watching National Geographic.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of like lion territorial thing.
You know what? It's even more, too? It's an El Paso thing.
You think so?
It's yeah, I know so. It's way more of a thing here than in other places. Like you'll see it too in the Bay too. Like say, if you're in an area that's a little more thugged out,
Yeah.
like say parts of Oakland,
I believe it.
you'll
I
get
believe
that
it.
too. You know,
Yeah.
but for the most part, if you approach someone fucking like, just like, hey, what's up, man? Like you know, what's popping? Like you know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They usually reciprocate the same fucking shit, the same energy, unless they're just don't like you or they're real pieces of shit. But you're gonna find out real quick, and like more than not,
Yeah.
it's usually all good.
Really.
Yeah, and you know we talked about this before. Like I'm trying to be fucking like more like friendly bro guy.
Yeah, but you have more of a friendly face. I kind of
I'm
don't.
trying to be, man.
You have more approachable. I've been told I look kind of when I don't smile. when I'm in my zone, in my element, comedically, when I get off stage,
Yeah.
I'm more like, and even at the comedy club I work at, I know they're there to see comedy, so I'm like, that's my element. So when they walk in and I'm the usher, I'm greeting them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, and I'm trying to get them in a good mood because I'm like, you're about to see something. You're about to enjoy laughter, So they walk in with a good vibe. I don't walk in all. I'm like, nah, regardless of anything, like that's like my element. So I feel comfortable like that. You just have an approachable face, bro. Like if I saw you first, when I first saw you, and then you offered me a ride, sometimes I'd be like, but you were so like, you had a positive vibe with you, and honestly, of everybody there, you're the only person that generally just wanted to help me.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, I'm like, not everybody. Some people were cool, like Nico and shit like that. But some people just switched up on me. I need a ride. I ain't going that way. And I'm like this. Wow.
Also, like, from everybody I saw, I'm like, you're pretty fucking normal. I know you're not. You don't seem like a weirdo. I'm down to fucking give you a ride because you also just killed on stage, and I get to talk to you about comedy and shit. I'm just like, hell yeah, let's fucking go.
Oh yeah, dog. Even my first conversation with you was like a smooth conversation, and I walked away learning something.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
Every time I talk to you, dog, it's you, Jibs, like who else? Paul, from time to time. Paul, like there's certain people, or even Nico. I'll walk away like, okay, I walked away with something. Like my boy X, as much as we talked about outside the comic strip that time, about him wanting to do a podcast. You see the way he talks. He is so. It isn't. I think he's cool. That's my boy. But
wait, so you call him X? What are you calling him?
Well, I call him Native.
Native. Wait, but what'd you say, my boy?
My boy X.
X.
They call him X.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, I've met him a handful of times.
Yeah, so I call him like, yeah, what's up, my Native? Because he's Indian and stuff, and that's just the thing we have with each other.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, maybe real. He could be really just pretty much racist.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like, dude, if you say some of the stuff in the podcast like that, I know you're playing around. But if somebody's just sitting there, kind of like flipping through or getting a little like the clip and seeing you say some shit like that, they might feel a certain type of way. You feel me?
You're exactly right, bro. There is fucking lines like you don't wear blackface. That's a line.
Yeah, and you saw the way he
crosses that line, bro.
Yeah, you saw the way he was. And I'm sitting there like, oh, we could start a podcast. I'm like, well, if you were just turn down the racism.
We fucked up, but kind of like I'd watched this train wreck.
Well,
him and Paul on a podcast.
Oh, that'll be something.
You did. They'd be fucking gritting my teeth the whole time, like, oh shit, they're gonna take it there.
Man, that'll be that'll be some. I can only imagine how that'll go down. Oh man, it's gonna be. I'll watch.
I would definitely watch, dude. That's like watching a train wreck that might narrowly miss. Yeah. You're just like, oh, here it comes. Oh.
It's like basically, you see the blade and the skin just basically scathing, just little pieces of hair, but doesn't take the skin off yet. Just goes.
It's like it's going there. They might hit. They might hit.
It's just like, yo. So that's why I love the guy, but it's just like, I'm like, bro, I can't bring that energy. You have to have. I ain't saying no, don't be yourself, but you kind of have to like, okay, that might be a little too much.
At least, there's.
Just turn on the racism by 90.
Just a fucking notch, bro. Like, just don't do certain things.
By 92%.
Don't use the fucking N-word.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just tone it down by 92%. Just 92%. That's it. Keep the rest of the percent, but 92% of the racism. Just keep it down, and then the rest of it, the 8%, you can use whatever you want.
One thing I like about it, though, is that he's never timid about his racism.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's because if you're timid about it, it makes it even fucking weirder and worse.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to fucking send it, okay, you're there. We're there. I know you don't mean any malicious fucking things.
Yeah.
It's just kind of fucked up.
That's what I appreciate about him, because he's unfiltered.
Yeah.
But what you see is what you get. And honestly, he's like one of the most, even besides that part of it, most genuine people that I know.
He's cool, man.
I'll talk him and the other guy that works at the comic strip, Cameron. Those two guys, if they had a reality show, or just behind the scenes of the club and how they communicate with each other and other people, I'd watch that shit.
If X was on our podcast, I would end up looking like the racist person because I'm gonna keep asking him to do the fucking voice.
Oh, the Indian thing? Oh.
After everything.
He does it so good, though.
Was that my phone?
Yeah, I think it was.
Damn it.
It's all good. But he does it so good.
Yeah, dude, it's the best.
I have to say, he does it really good. But I'm like this. But see, him doing that, you know, that's
He's
okay.
native.
He's Native
The voice
American.
isn't bad anyway.
It's not.
Yeah.
Him doing that and clowning would be cool. Me doing it, somebody probably, you know.
Unless you're
both
really
of us.
good at it, you know?
Unless you're really good to the point where it's like, it's so funny, even people of the same race would go, yeah, right.
Yeah.
He cool. Like,
Yeah.
that's funny. But when it's not funny, just like, okay. I put it like this. Every racist joke, pretty much everybody does. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But if it's funny, then it's not racist. It's just funny.
It's funny.
But if it's not funny, then it's just racist.
Then you're fucking, then it's just a bad joke, too. Those are two bad things.
Joke.
Yeah.
Even with my boy, even though he's one of my respected comedians, Andrew Schultz. Like right now,
Schultz is funny as fuck.
I think he's funny, hilarious. But now the whole Kendrick thing, and talking about
Yeah, the comedy fucking don't talk bad about black women.
more
or
black
some fucking
women, and then like the whole
Gary Owens talks about that too.
Yeah, he dabbled in it, but he's like, all right, I'm gonna back up. He said something, and that was it. But he didn't go too much in depth with it. Andrew Schultz is like, but he's always been like that.
That's Schultz's thing.
He's just unfiltered. That's what I appreciate about him so much.
He's gonna put his foot in there and then fucking dive in.
Yeah, man, that's the thing about him, dog. Like the thing about making sweet love to Kendrick Lamar is like, it's like I'm like, dude. But as comedians, we look at stuff from a different perspective. Like people go, oh, but we kind of go, okay, wait a minute, let me dissect where he was going with it. Is this a good, we're putting up puns and the setup and just because something just comes naturally to life.
Yeah, I just saw Schultz talking about this shit too, and he was making very solid points, and like it all made sense. I don't remember exactly what he was saying, but I remember watching the shit going, yeah.
So it's like I don't look at it like, oh my, I'm more like, dude, he's been unfiltered, and I one thing about him I appreciate.
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, sorry.
No. One thing about I appreciate, he just went against the grain. Like he had a special. They were like, yo, you got to take all this stuff out. He was like, nah, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I'm going to just put the money myself and keep everything in I want to say.
Yeah, because people get the jokes. That's what he was saying, too. Like, people get the jokes. It's not like they don't fucking get it and it's just fucked up. Like, no, you understand it. It's funny. But he was saying, like, you can't seclude, like, one fucking thing because then it looks even, like, it's even worse. It makes things fucked up. Like, if you say you can't talk shit about black women, okay, well, what about all these other fucking women now? Like, now you're making it seem like you're on a pedestal. Like, yeah, it was shit like that. And it all made sense. It's like, nah, everybody gets a fucking, a shit talk, not a pass. But
I totally agree with that, bro. One thing about comedy is like the old school gangsters, the Tommy guns. Yeah. Everybody gets sprayed.
Everybody's getting sprayed, bro.
It's not like well, you can't talk. No, you got to be like.
Nobody's getting left out because then that's fucked up.
The thing is, it just has to be funny.
Yeah, that's it. You have to be funny. That's the fucking cardinal rule of this shit. Yeah. Be funny.
If it's not funny, then everybody just look at you like, even if you don't say a racist joke, it's just a regular joke and it's not funny, people just look at you like, okay.
They're like, really? That's the
best you can do.
They pay you for this?
Yeah.
People give you their fucking time for this?
And you're lucky because, like I said, we talked about this before, El Paso's different because the crowd just goes and ignores you. They just go like this. I'm going to walk up out here and waste my time. I'd be scratching my taint or something. I'm out of here.
I think other crowds do that too, though. Because Seattle did that too, and so did fucking Minnesota.
You didn't get booed? Nobody got booed?
I didn't get booed. My shit, I still had fucking laughs per minute. So even the ones that didn't hit hard, that got a little bit of something, they were followed up by another fucking thing real quick.
Wow.
Yeah, but I remember saying shit, asking, I forgot what I was asking. They were like right here too. This fucking white chick and white dude. And then I think it was the dick joke, asking them if they were fucking tattoo dicks or something.
Oh yeah, you said
yeah. And I told them that they look like fucking tattoo artists, and they're just kind of staring at me like. But then I followed up with like, would you tattoo your buddy's dick or a stranger? And then they're just like, oh, good question.
See, and your jokes made them think. Okay. You know what?
Yeah, because I asked them a question, but at first they were just like, huh? Yeah, they did kind of look at me. They were paying attention though, but
That's the thing.
They really had no choice. They were literally like fucking, a few feet in front of me.
But even there's been times where I've seen it where people right in front, if your jokes ain't hitting, they just do this, like I was saying, right? And then you're sitting there like, and like the worst thing is when I think comedically you just want a reaction, but the worst thing I've seen is like, especially the bar shows. That's a hit and miss because you have to get people's attention. Yeah. And then sometimes we just I've seen it. You've seen it too, where you see a comedian up there. The comedian before had the intention, but a guy goes up and the intention is, and everybody starts talking. And you see a roar.
Yeah, because they're not funny and they don't want to talk shit about the person, so they just ignore them.
Yeah, so they just go, and you see everything, and then the next person that's coming up has to work to get the crowd back in. Yeah. But honestly, I think that's what makes you better. Honestly, when you got to take a crowd, like they're all talking, and you got to be like, and when you can make everybody go, yeah, like I was. Yeah. And you sit in that kind of power, bro. That's what I love about comedy. There's sometimes I walk in, there's times I'm not bragging or nothing. It's just there's times where I felt it, where I was like, and I remember one time like it was a stretch. Everybody was talking in the beginning, and he told Gus, put up Otis. And I was like, and I didn't know I was going on second. I thought I was going on fifth. So I was all sitting in the back like, do, going on fifth, do. And he's like, Otis Hicks. And I'm like, what the? And I wasn't ready, dog. And I went up there and everybody was talking. And eventually everybody was like, everybody's head turned. And I got the energy back in the room. And I was like, I was supposed to go on fifth. And Gus is like, oh, Jeremy told me to put you up second, bro. And Jeremy's like, oh, yeah, we're losing the room, dog. Solid. And I was like, for real? He's like, no. Put you up first, man. Gotta get the room. And I was like, and he caught it right away. That's one thing about Stretch that I like. Not also, comedically, he's getting better. Yeah. But behind the scenes, production-wise, he has the eye. Yeah. You see it. Like, there's times where I'm like, yeah, one thing about him, he's getting so better that he can control the room. Like, all right, put this here because this is going to be the best for this. Put this, like, he knows. There's times in the new club, he was like, yo, we should put the VIP room here. And Tommy listened to him and said, okay, we'll put it here. So just stuff like that where you kind of see people evolve.
I can see that.
And it's a beautiful thing, bro. Even you getting better with your jokes. Everything, you're sitting back. And me, I'm so immersed in comedy that I love it so much that I can see a punchline that you made and you critiqued it by one word and you delivered it maybe a slight midge different or just a little eyebrow raise or something like that and change the whole complexity of the joke, and I get excited. I'm in the background like this. Like fucking DiCaprio from that movie, like whistling. There it is. That's how I feel with comedy. I get so like, I'm more happy for the person when they finally like, bam. Yeah. I got it, bam. Like, even with me and Jibs, we love comedy so much. When you were doing your joke and you were talking about, what was that one joke? He was just talking about, it was a good premise, the AI joke you had.
The AI, you're talking about Mandela Dick?
But that was good, but also screwing yourself.
Yeah,
it just needed more.
I just worded it fucked up.
Yeah, you need more explanation. But me and Jibs are all like, he's like, oh, Jibs is like, that's a good joke. It's such a good joke. He needs to deliver like more information. Because the thing is, man, you're so informative that I think sometimes you're dealing with a bunch of drunk dudes or people that you're telling it to, and sometimes I can see it just goes over their head. Not because,
I noticed this though.
They're just like, you notice they're just like this.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. And they're like, dude, if they had you had to kind of like.
I reworded that joke.
Yeah, you just gotta
because what was missing was they didn't know that I was talking about you could put your face on any body.
Yeah, you got to break it down to some people like that. We knew what you were talking about, but even some of my jokes, I had to like dumb it down. Like even though I don't say it no more, but I had a condensation joke where I used the word condensation. Yeah. Because my daughter's, she was doing like a science project, and so she told me like, oh, rainbows form from condensation, and I was like, what? You better not be condensating with no boy. Like stuff like that.
That's funny.
But I was saying that joke, and the dude in the bar was like, constipation. I'm like, no, it's condensation. No, you're constipated, bro. Look, you can't take a shit. I'm like this. All right, man, I'm constipated. Man. I'm constipated. That's what it is. For him, that's what he wanted to hear. So I couldn't. And people, like one dude even asked me,
Yeah.
what does condensation mean, bro?
Oh,
and
damn.
I'm sitting there like, so I just kind of 86 that joke because only certain people got it.
Yeah.
From time to time, I still say it, but it's like, some people just give you that look like this. You know how you're close up, but they still squint at you? Like,
Yeah, that's one of those things where you'd have to figure out how to fucking explain it without having a long drawn out setup. Like, yeah.
But sometimes you just got to do like a brief, how you say it, like what you call it, cliff notes?
Yeah.
Like, so some people they need cliff notes, doc. You're sitting there like talking, and then you just be like, I don't care.
Well, that's one I've been fucking like. I've been working on this one because like my I'm Korean and white. You know, in El Paso, I'm Chinese joke.
Yeah, I like that.
Works here, right? Where I don't have to explain it too much, and sometimes they get it. But in Minnesota, they don't fucking know this. Anywhere there's not a Hispanic fucking thing, they're not gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? So I've been trying to, and I like that joke because it always gets some sort of laugh. It always gets like a B laugh at least.
Yeah, you get a little. That's like a warm up, like a little warm up laugh.
Yeah, so it's not like a throwaway. Like it's still working,
definitely
you know. And maybe I can eventually turn it to a joke, but right now it's a keeper. So yeah, so I'm trying to like rework the beginning where I'm like, El Paso's like fucking. It's all Hispanic culture, and with Hispanic people, there's no distinction between Asians. Like I'm trying to say that, but like have it be short enough to where it's not this stupid fucking long setup, and I lose them.
Got you.
Yeah.
Maybe there's somewhere you could like, I guess, switch up the joke depending on where you're at. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's what I'm trying to do.
So you could switch it up to the point where I guess you can look at the population of where you're at and go, okay, there's a lot of Caucasians here, or there's a lot of black people, or there's this and this, and just mix it in where you can just throw that word in there and still come out with the same.
Yeah, so what I got so far is basically like, I grew up in El Paso. El Paso's mostly Hispanic, which they have no distinction between Asians. So being that my mom is Korean and my dad is white in El Paso, I'm Chinese.
Okay.
So I've edited it down to that.
See, that'll work. That'll work, bro.
But it was a little tough trying to fucking get that to like. It was even tough trying to fucking say it all right now. Like, oh.
Yeah, man. You just like.
I just need to practice it.
Yeah, man. Like, and then you be like, you speak to the crowd like, I guess. Yeah. Like all Asians look the same, right? Or something like that, where everybody's like, or somebody Asians like, yeah. But one thing I know about some Asians, like especially like. If you call a certain, depending on the demographic or what their culture is, you call it like, oh, you're Korean, but they're Japanese, or they're Japanese versus Korean. And for some reason, this is what I heard. Nobody get mad at me.
I'll tell you if it's true.
Yeah, but it's like when somebody's called Filipino, they get really pissed off if they're not Filipino.
Nah, so there's levels to this shit, right?
Okay.
So
let me hear this.
I didn't make this shit up. I didn't make this up, so don't think it's me.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Basically, like, Japan is considered, like, fucking kind of up there. That's the cleanest fucking of the Asians, right?
So they're the Caucasians of the Asians?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just call
That's
it what
funny.
It is. Just call it what it is.
And then you got, like, Koreans. And then you got, like, Chinese is in there. But, like, in that sort of hierarchy of those three.
Okay.
And then I don't know about the rest of the fucking, like, Vietnamese. The Southeast Asians are different. That's like Filipino, Vietnamese, Taiwanese, Thailand, all that shit, right? I don't know how they rank each other. But those other three, the fucking Japanese, Korean, and Chinese are ranked like that. So basically, Koreans and Japanese and Koreans all shit on Chinese people.
Really? I did not know that, bro.
And actually, I think the Southeast Asians all shit on Chinese people too.
Wow.
Yeah, so but it's all shit talking, gang,
Yeah, but you know what? All the races are like that. Every one of them, bro. Everybody talks.
Everybody talks.
Everybody. Man. People say whatever they want, but it's even sometimes where even if you're darker complected within the races that you look down upon, and it shouldn't be like that. But unfortunately, that it is, and it shouldn't be like that. I tried my best to judge people on character because I learned through my experiences, like no matter what somebody is or what color they are, it's all about the character and the vibe they give, the energy they give you.
Of course, man. So that's the thing too. It's like I say this shit all the time about being mixed, bro. Like never really fucking like accepted by either side. But when you with your friends, you're 100% accepted because race is no longer a thing with your friend. You know, that's just like, oh yeah, that's Otis. Oh yeah, that's fucking Jibs. You know, like you're no longer a race when you're fucking homies. Yeah.
And I think in the comedic world is more like it's better like that.
Yeah.
Comedians, I don't think, from what I've noticed, comedians are not really divided by race. It's more like, all right,
Are you funny or not?
you're funny or not. That's it.
And are you a cool person?
That's it. You're
Yeah.
cool to hang with. But the thing I noticed sometimes, and you can check me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Like if certain comedians have a certain, like, how you say it, like they do like dark comedy. Most of the people that do dark comedy kind of hang together. Sometimes like that. The fun I've noticed. Or if somebody that's more like maybe might be a little bit more family oriented comedy or something.
I don't think I know enough people in any of those specific groups to
I've
see
noticed
if they
it.
hang together.
Or then you'll have one comedian that just he dips in everything.
Yeah.
Like he'll just go. I'm kind of like that, where I'm just like I want to be intrigued, so I'm like, because comedy is such an open like vortex, bro.
Yeah.
Where you can just I don't go, well, he's young, so I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what some of the young cats are talking about. So I'm sitting there like this and looking, oh, this is what we're doing?
Yeah.
So I just kind of go, and you learn. I learn from everybody, bro. Of
course.
That's why as weird as I am, we hang outside the open mics, we all chill, smoke or whatever. But sometimes I just be inside watching everybody, bro.
Comedy's weird like that, like you said, man, because you're not gonna know what makes people laugh. You know what I mean? Like you could have a punchline and shit, and the punchline ends up not being the biggest fucking laugh out of the thing.
Yeah.
Out of the joke. You know, it might be some little stupid shit you said before the punchline that was a throwaway, and then everybody's like, ah!
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, okay, I guess that's the fucking funny thing.
Yeah,
Like, that happens like a lot, kind of.
Yeah, or even like a punchline, or even like a facial expression.
Yeah.
I've seen people
A
just
little pause.
and you're
right
sitting there
place.
looking disturbed, and everybody just laughing their asses off with sometimes the facial features that's what Fumio said.
Yeah.
He's like, dog, your facial expressions are. But you know what's funny about
Yeah,
those
they
facial,
are. He's right. Your facial expressions are good.
But he's like, but one thing about those facial expressions, dog, either I come out looking decent in pictures, but if you catch me about to make the facial expression or afterwards, I look like a straight up Ninja Turtle looking motherfucker.
That's what it is, dude. You
Straight
said
up.
it right on. That's what I was thinking.
Straight up, there's no there's like Stretch was taking pictures of me,
Yeah.
and he caught me midway, like I was talking, and he was like, "Look at that!" I'm like, "Dude, you won't post that." Or Gus Buzzer catch me when I'm like mid cheeks about to form up, but not there yet, mouth open, teeth all. I look like I'm just about to take a shit.
Yeah.
And then pop, take a picture and like put it on the page. I'm like this, man. That's
It's your Ninja Turtle joke and the odor joke.
Yeah.
Where it's like after you hit the punchline, you're just like, really? And then you make this face where you're like, this motherfucker.
Yeah,
This shit's funny as fuck, dude.
So just the face, yeah. It's just like, I come out either good or bad in pictures, dog. It's not even. There's no in between. It's like this, decent or what the was he alright? Is he alright, bro?
You all right? You need help?
You have a stroke or something? What's going on? You alright, bro?
What's up with your man? He look bad.
You honestly, some pictures. If I show you, this is my friend Otis. She'd be like this. Your boy, alright, bro. He mentally
Tell
going through
him
something.
I give him some work.
Is he constipated, bro? Is he constipated on stage? You gotta take a shit, bro. Just little things like that, bro. Just
That's
little things
funny.
like that.
You writing any new jokes lately? You got anything new?
I've been working on stuff, but I'm still like, everything's coming within the moments. So I took your advice, where I just go, I'll go to the mic even though I don't have anything. And I was like, I'm gonna go up here. Like the last time we went and like nobody was really there, there just was lesbians at the table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just like this. Well, it's just them. So I just started talking to them.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
So I just started asking them about toys and stuff, and they knew stuff. And because I had nothing.
I got a new one that's in that vein.
Yeah.
It comes off of that fucking story that we were talking about it. I think it's Scenics, where that one comedian that's back. And I told you the first time I met her.
Oh,
Told me,
Ivy.
yeah.
Ah.
But I don't want her to know the jokes about her.
No.
About that story.
Even if you.
That name might get edited out of here.
No, even if that's the case, even if that's the case, if you to go up there, she'll probably have a good sense of humor with it.
Oh yeah, I think the joke is solid, man. So basically, it's I'm still trying to figure out how to set it up, but it's like, have you ever had a fucking trans dude show you a dick pic?
No.
And then I'm like, I have fucking, I was having a conversation with this trans dude, biological woman, at the bar, and like 5 minutes in, this motherfucker's like, you want to see a dick pic? And normally I don't want to see a dude's dick, but being that it's a trans dude, I was like, yeah, I'm down to check out your strap. I want to see what you're working with. So this motherfucker shows me a dick pic, and it's like, I wanted to fuck, this is my first dick, so I wanted to start off with an 8, nothing too crazy, right? 8 inches.
Yeah.
And like, the thing is, every biological dick owner knows the measurements of their dick. Every dude knows this shit, right? We've all measured our shit, right?
Pretty much.
Like
yeah.
down to the half inch, the centimeter. Some people probably even millimeter, right? But, so I'm looking at this pic and I'm like, I don't think that's 8 inches. And she's like, or he's like, the fucking package said 8 inches. And I'm like, look, I know the size of my dick.
Yeah.
And if my dick is bigger than the one in the pic, that ain't 8. So he's like getting hella mad and shit, like fucking, talking shit, arguing. And I'm like, dude, you're over here fucking getting hella mad and arguing with me over a fucking inch or so? You really are a dude. That's the joke.
That's pretty accurate. I like that one. I think you said it at
yeah, we were talking about it.
Yeah.
That's how the story even came up, and I was like, oh, actually, that punchline of calling a fucking trans person, like, I think it's that stacking thing where now I got both of them.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I made fun of you and I got you, because now I'm like, you are a dude. And
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
The ending makes you doubt like that, and it's just from that situation.
Yeah, this is a true story.
And
except for I didn't. That argument did happen.
I believe it, and I know the person that would ask you that would be that person in general. That doesn't surprise me at all, bro. She would do that, and that's just the one thing about her. I have to say that I like is that she's unfiltered, but she's genuine.
Yeah.
And honestly, people question her autism, but
She has autism?
Yeah. Honestly, dog. There's no doubt in my mind she does. People
Makes sense.
Oh no, I've been like, nah. It comes in different degrees. My brother has really high levels of autism, and some people have the slight little bit mid or whatever. They can still function and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And some people, the autism is so high they can't.
Yeah.
So it's but with her, just the way I got to talk to her and be close to her, I get it. And just the way she moves through life, she's carefree, but yet.
So it could be like Asperger's.
Yeah, and very naive.
Yeah.
Not on purpose. It's just that she kind of, the way she moves. And sometimes people take advantage of that. You can see it.
You know that shit, Asperger's? It's like a
Yeah.
fucking version of autism or something.
That's what, I think that's what Domingo has.
Oh, he's got it. That's severe then.
Domingo.
There's a lot of people that are just high functioning fucking adults, but they don't function like they're weird in the social thing.
Yeah.
Like even Elon Musk fucking jokes about saying he has Asperger's.
Yeah,
You know,
well.
so it's like Domingo might be a little
Well, you know what?
higher level of spectrum.
And you know what thing that trips me out about him is he has autism, very functioning. But mind you, this guy has a good job. I think the past couple of times I've seen his stories, he's been going to like Iceland, all the other places that other comics wish they could go.
He's living his best life.
He's living his best life, bro.
That's fucking
And
cool.
one thing about him, he's always supportive.
Yeah.
He might heckle you or whatever, but he becomes part of the show. There's times where he'll say some stuff, because I got him to say, he's like, every time I say Kool-Aid, I'm like, well, you know what, dog? You see me, you say grape Kool-Aid. He even said, that's racist. I'm like, nah, that's funny. Coming from you is hilarious.
Yeah.
So every time he sees me, he goes, I want grape Kool-Aid. And everybody turns around like, hey, man, like he has autism, also means racism. And everybody just started like,
That's funny.
and he just, every time he sees me, Kool-Aid, grape Kool-Aid.
Great Kool-Aid.
And I just told him, just say that out loud. You have autism, it'll be cool. Nobody will question you. And he becomes part of the show. And like, dude, there's time where he'll heckle me on Facebook. He'll go on the instant messenger and message me like 20 times in a row
Damn.
within a minute. He's like, time for your, and he'll do it like at 2 a.m.
That's that thing. That no social cues.
Yeah, he's
no,
like,
yeah.
Here's your 2 a.m. heckle. And I'm like, beep, 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 beep. And when like, one time he did that to me, and I was with my ex at the time, and it's kind of hard to explain your ex, your phone's blowing up at 2 a.m. And she's thinking it's some bitch, and you're like this. It's a guy with autism. No, it's some bitch. I'm like, that's what you call. Like, no, it's a guy with autism. I swear. Look at them. He's like, dude, hey Otis, Craig Kool-Aid, and I'm like this. No, I swear, babe, it's a guy with autism. It's not a bitch.
Hella funny. Domingo fucking up your game, bro.
He's almost broken up a lot of my relationships, dog. He's like, Otis, hey, what's up? What are you doing? Grape Kool-Aid, and I'm like this.
Bro, that's a funny skit. We should fucking film that.
With Domingo?
No, just in general. With an actor. Because I don't know if Domingo would be able to fucking act like that.
You know what?
I've been making a list of skits that we should do.
All right.
Yeah, that is solid. That's
Right.
a fucking great skit, bro. Laying in bed with your lady and shit. Phone starts blowing up. It's your autistic friend. but your lady ain't having that shit. Dude, that's a solid fucking premise, man.
That is.
That's good as fuck.
And that really happened, dog. So it makes it even more funny.
Reality is the best fucking writer, man.
I totally believe that, dog.
All we're doing really is editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reality's writing our jokes.
Pretty much,
Yeah,
bro.
all we're doing is editing that shit.
That's pretty much it, bro. And that's pretty much becomes the funniest thing. It's just your reality. If you can make your reality funny so you can somewhat deal with it and keep them going crazy, I think that's the main thing in comedy.
Bro, that's like one of the best things I ever said. That is some spiritual ass shit. Reality is writing our jokes.
It pretty much is, bro. That's something you get tatted on yourself. That's something you put a tat on.
That's the same thing as like life's a joke, cause yeah.
Yeah, kind of the same.
Yeah, all the jokes are really coming from shit that fucking we do. So that's why like that's the thing I've been thinking about too. You know, is like if you are stuck at writing jokes, fucking go live life.
Yeah, I totally believe that.
You'll take notes, man. Along the whole way.
Yeah.
I got another joke that I've been trying to put together. It's about when I went to San Diego Zoo last March. The fucking most interesting thing at the fucking zoo. I probably told you this shit already.
No, I don't think you have.
Dude, there was a fucking gangster crip at the fucking San Diego Zoo. Stuck out like a sore fucking thumb. This motherfucker was straight up blue flannel, buttoned all the way up, fucking thugged out black dude, just like
Cripping at the zoo, though?
cripping at the zoo with his little kid. Yeah, I think his lady was there too, but she was in and out of the fucking and I would see him. I kept running into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him at the fucking bathrooms and shit, and he's just standing there, and I'm like so stoked to see him because he was so interesting, and I'm trying not to fucking like stare because I'm like, and then he look over at me like, and I'm just like, I saw him over by the penguins and shit, bro, taking pictures and shit. Dude, it was the shit. He still wasn't smiling either.
Dude, so you over here cripping by the penguins, dog?
Dude, he was cripping in the San Diego Zoo. I don't know how to turn this into a joke yet, but like
that is a good joke.
That premise is then so skit wise, right?
Yeah.
Gangsters like doing normal ass shit. You know, that's like a fucking blood shopping at fucking Safeway or fucking Albertsons or whatever. What's up, cuz? We need a small fucking brie cheese.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or
These eggs organic, blood?
Yeah, dog, that could.
This would be great, man.
Yeah, or blood actually going to a blood bank. That'll be hilarious. A blood bill. I'm finna get blood. You only get one pint, blood.
How much you get paid for this blood?
For real, you getting the real blood in here, man. You only getting a pint. I only get pints per month, bro. That's it. You don't deserve this, homie.
This is real blood.
It's real blood, homie.
From a blood.
Like this, damn, homie. Like,
dude, yeah. Crips gangsters just doing the most normal, fucking mundane, normal ass shit.
that'd be funny.
Gotta get some baby formula, blood.
Yeah.
My lady at work, because motherfuckers don't work.
Yeah, you know what? The only thing I question that is like, it's funny, but you know how some cats.
You think we're gonna get shot over this?
Yeah, some cats take literally. It'd be like this. Yo, you over here making jokes, huh, blood? I got some. You like, no, it's a joke. I got one for you called Bullet, man. What?
That's why we gotta like. That's why if we do it, can't fucking half step, bro. It's gotta be 1,000.
All right, dog. I'm like, yo.
Because then if it's funny, man, it's gonna be funny. We
All
just if it starts a backlash, start getting death threats, we just won't do any shows in the hood.
Because people be finding you, bro. They be like, yo. Because people be finding you, bro. That's what's crazy. Speaking of crazy, I know you probably already heard about the NYC shooter.
Yeah, the United Healthcare guy and his whole manifesto and shit. But it's really hard not to like this guy.
The thing is, like, I'm not condoning unaliving anybody.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you look at it more in depth, I'm just going what I've heard. Like him with the back surgery, and then like also with his mom suffering.
Yeah.
And like getting denied.
Yeah.
Over and over. And
see why it's not hard to like it? Like, it's hard to fucking not like him? Like,
yeah.
I like this guy. Like,
yeah,
man, because given, I'm not going to fucking kill anybody, but like, you're pushing a motherfucker to a level. If you're fucking with my mom's, watching my mom suffer my whole life, now I'm fucking suffering, and I see this motherfucker who's like,
That's the thing. It's like, I know exactly where you're going with it.
Yeah, because that's how everybody feels, I think.
Yeah, it's like you don't condone unaliving of anybody.
No.
But in a situation, you kind of understand it.
Completely understand.
How you be brought to that point.
Oh, dude.
Now, you shouldn't go there, but you see why he got brought to that. You can kind of understand, like, oh, that's how he got brought to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just...
I wouldn't be surprised if fucking, Trump, when Trump is president, fucking pardons him or something.
I don't know, bro. That'd be a stretch, but I can like what Paul was saying. Like, you can only imagine like a movie about this. You can tell. Like, a lot of people are very sympathetic to this guy.
Yeah,
I saw it in the comments, bro. They were like,
straight Robin Hood shit, bro. Yeah. Like, we all feel this because like it says it in his fucking thing. It's like, dude, we're the #1 fucking like country that pays the most in healthcare premiums, and we're 42nd on fucking like, what, life expectancy or some shit like that.
That's the thing. And also, you've been through it yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have all this stuff, you're paying this much, and then when you go, hey, I need this, they go, oh, we don't cover that. And you're like, well, what am I paying this much for? Well, you should have looked in the fine print. We don't cover that. We'll cover this. We only cover this so much.
Oh, there's so much with this shit. Like, it's so fucked up. Doctors won't admit that they don't fucking know what's wrong with you. Like, that's happened so many times where they're just like, oh yeah, it's this, and that, and then you do tests, and then they come out fine, and they're like, oh, well, shit, guess I was wrong. And then so the key thing to know if a doctor doesn't know what's fucking wrong with you is they'll tell you the same fucking shit. They'll be like, oh yeah, diet and exercise. Wow. That'll cure that shit, right? Fix you right up, man. Diet and exercise. They told me that when I had high blood pressure, when I got high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, how do I get off these pills? I don't want to be like this. Like, it's not good. They said, all right, man, diet and exercise, lose some fucking weight. And I was like, well, what weight do I need to get down to? And he's like, well, your fucking BMI is, this, and that. So I was like, okay, if I'm down to like 190, I'm good. He's like, yeah, it's more than good. I dropped all the way down to fucking 190. My shit went up.
Wow.
Yeah, fucking blood pressure went up. They had to switch my meds and shit. And I'm just like, the fuck happened? You said this. And instead of fucking like telling me they don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, he told me some other shit, and then
That could have cost you your life, bro. Just one wrong diagnosis.
Yeah. They do that all the time. Oh, and the final straw was a wrong diagnosis. The motherfucker told me that I had fucking tumor in my gallbladder.
For real?
Yeah. So they were looking for a tumor for a long time.
Okay.
Because I had high liver enzymes, right?
Yeah.
High liver enzymes can be caused by multiple things, right? But then they ran a tumor marker on me, and the marker came out positive, saying, hey, motherfucker, you got a tumor somewhere, right? And that marker they looked for is either going to be a tumor in your fucking liver or in your fucking scrot, in your fucking balls.
Oof.
Yeah, so I'm having anxiety for like a whole fucking year, bro. They're sending me to test. I did the ultrasound and shit, which the ultrasound was fucked up, right? Because they're scanning my nuts.
Oh, shit.
The chick is fine, bro. I roll up in there, and I'm just like, Oh,
Man, now I gotta control myself.
bro, she puts yeah, I'm not getting a boner in this I'm so fucking like just embarrassed that yeah, I'm fucking more like worried my dick is hiding and shit, you know? Yeah, because they got to squirt on that fucking like cold ass lube.
Oh yeah, and they gotta do the whole rub down.
Bro, yeah, but luckily I felt like maybe my shit was okay because she's like, you gotta hold your shit to the side, and I'm like, that's right. So, unless that's her tactic to fucking,
God.
make me feel better. But yeah, I was like, yeah. So I had to hold it to the side, and she was fucking like, and I'm just sitting there, like, laying there, like.
This is how the X videos clip starts.
Yeah, I wish, bro.
He's like, you gotta move your shit to the side. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
But then,
yeah.
like, so I met her before because I had ultrasound on my fucking liver before that.
Yeah.
You know? And I talked to her about tattoos and shit.
That's
So
cool.
we were friendly already. It was
That's
still
cool.
weird, but like, she's like, oh yeah, you're the tattoo artist. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, it is.
That's cool.
And then, chopped it up, gave her my card again. Never heard from her.
He's like,
She just used me.
you feel like your movie sack to the side. We're done. We're done. And you're like, come on, baby. You're perfectly fine. Oh, I won't see you again. Oh man, I think I have a lump on my other one.
Yeah. There was no. We all got lumps on our shit. It's fucked up. So, but as long as they're under a certain millimeter,
Yeah.
it's normal.
Ah.
Yeah. And so, all the things on my shit, they were like, nah, you're fucking fine, bro. Like, everything's good. And then, so basically the whole point of the story,
Yeah.
the motherfucker looked at the wrong chart. He
Wow.
looked at someone else's chart who had fucking gallbladder tumors. And this dude was like, oh, there it is right there. You got fucking tumors in your gallbladder.
So you might accidentally had your gallbladder removed.
Bro, I went to the fucking liver specialist because I was already going there anyways.
Yeah.
And this dude looked at me all crazy because when the doctor told me that I had something growing in my gallbladder, he said it all like, there it is right there. You've got something in your gallbladder. All like fucking, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I show up to the fucking liver specialist, cool ass Filipino dude that I'd seen a few times already. He's just like, just staring at me all fucking cold. And I'm like, what? And he's like, dude, if you got fucking something growing in your gallbladder, you could die.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, I could die. Dude, I was all scared.
Dude, that's messed up though.
Yeah. And then so he fucking like this is how bad it was. He was like, yo, I'm going to fucking set you up with a CT scan like right now. We're going to make this appointment right now for you.
Wow.
So he set it up. I scheduled at this fucking fucked up place called Southwest MRI or some shit like that. The Southwest company is the cheapest, but fuck their receptionists are retarded.
Wow,
So anyways, I show up, like, this place is hella far too from where I live. And they're like, oh, your appointment's been canceled. I was like, you guys didn't call me? Nothing?
Wow.
They said, she straight lied to my face. Yeah, we called you. We called you like yesterday. And I was like, when? And I bust out my phone. I was like,
Yeah.
you think I'm not going to bust out my phone? I'm like, there's no missed calls for like a week.
Wow.
I was like, she's like, I don't know. Somebody called you. We called you.
So it's just covering. Right?
Yeah. And I was like, I get it. I was like, dude, I was fucking hella far here. And then I already have anxiety because I think I'm fucking dying every visit, right?
Yeah, man, because he said the gallbladder thing was serious. So why would we be like, are we gonna cancel? Like, dude, I couldn't make I might not be able to make my next appointment.
Oh, my insurance is who canceled.
Really?
Yeah. They denied my claim.
Really?
Yeah. But not worth shooting someone in the fucking head over because it actually was a good thing.
Oh, yeah?
Because when I got the paperwork, it said there's no reason for you to fucking get this CT scan because there's no evidence of there being anything growing in your fucking gallbladder.
Wow.
So I bust out the MRI fucking paperwork because at this point I save all the paperwork.
Smart.
Yeah, too many tests, right? So I
Yeah.
look at this shit, I'm fucking, Googling stuff, and I learn how to fucking read an MRI chart. And then I'm just like, there it is, gallbladder. Everything fine. Like it said there was no fucking, like, nothing abnormal at all. Like everything was fucking solid. And I'm like, who's fucking shit? Who did he just kill by telling me the wrong shit?
Wow, bro. That's a bad situation, man. Like that could be a deadly situation.
That's American healthcare. That's American medical fucking shit. So
And the sad thing about that situation, the whole situation is, it's like the first thing in your mind when you get sick, how much is it gonna cost me? That's the first thing. You don't think about your health. You don't think about blah, blah, blah. The first thing in your mind is like, what? How much it going to cost me?
Yeah.
Can I afford this? Am I going to be covered? You won't.
Are you gonna come out of the hospital worse off because you're in fucking so much debt they take your house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or either in some situations, if you don't even have health insurance, some hospitals don't even want to take you.
No, they have to.
They have to.
Yeah.
Some of them don't. They be well. You can go somewhere else. There's some situations where they're like,
Well, if it's a private medical thing, they don't have to take you.
yeah,
But general hospital, they have to take you.
that's good.
Yeah, it's part of a thing. And then they just stick you with this fat bill, and then you don't pay it, and then it magically goes somewhere. I know this because I did that.
You're not alone, dog. I'm like this, man. If I pay taxes and I work, I shouldn't have to pay for health insurance.
You know what this fucking gangster ass dude did?
What?
Which is like kind of like he stole this fucking guy's backpack. Had his wallet and credit cards, and this happened in San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Wallet and credit cards, all that shit's in there, right? He goes to the fucking hospital, gets surgery that he needed off the homie's credit card. Yeah.
Wow.
Then fucking they finally catch up with the shit, right? He's gone at this point, maybe fake name or whatever the fuck happened. All right, they fixed him now.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And so any fraudulent things, they're all covered by fucking insurance on credit cards. So homie does not get stuck with the fucking bill. He gets a free surgery and gets fixed up by fucking,
Nice.
kind of fucking gangster.
That is.
about
And
it,
honestly, like if it came to that, I'm not condoning stealing somebody's credit card. But if it's something like that where you can get the help you need, like the surgery, whatever you need to get better, and then the credit card covers it and you're good, that I can kind of like condone, like, all right, stealing somebody's credit card.
Yeah, and dude, it's corporate fucking bullshit anyways. Credit card stuff, nobody's getting hurt, bro. These are just like imaginary numbers at this point.
Especially if it's something for health.
Who's
man.
losing money in that? Nobody. People that work there aren't losing money. The fucking owner of the credit cards they have insurance, so they're not losing money. Insurance covers this.
Okay, that makes sense.
Insurance gets to keep their fucking job because it's their business for fucking covering people.
There you go, bro. That I condone. If somebody gonna do that for that in that situation, I'd be like, all right, I'd be pissed to stole my credit card. I'm like, man, but if I get it covered. I'm like, all right, well.
Oh yeah, that dude's fine. He's probably just like, yeah, someone stole my shit. They racked up all this money. It ain't me. Fucking credit cards are covered by fucking, fraud. You're fine, bro.
I'd rather have somebody do that than like, cause I remember at the sex shop, man, somebody stole somebody's credit card because they had dropped it at the register.
Yeah.
And within like a split minute, bro, they went from his shoe. He said they went to Home Depot, bought like a leaf blower, chicken McNuggets, and then like another sex toy somewhere else.
Damn.
Within less than 40 minutes.
Damn.
But look at the combination of the three. Mm-hmm. So you're telling me, you go, you know what, man? I sold somebody's credit card. Let's get a 20-piece chicken McNugget meal. Let's get a leaf blower from Home Depot and then some sex toys.
That's a weird combo.
But I'm like this. Even I was like, yo, if me, I was like, yo, let me get some. If I'm going leaf blower, let me get other stuff that I need for the house. No, he's like chicken McNuggets, leaf blower, sex toy. And I was like, that's a weird. And within you go to those three places.
Thoughts. Like it's like, okay, if you're buying a leaf blower, and that's something you can fucking pawn for cash.
Okay.
Yeah, you buy drugs. Then the dildo just throws you off because it's like, what the fuck are you buying sex to? What are you going to do with that? I guess that's for you or your lady. Maybe you're buying a gift for your girl.
Yeah.
And then the chicken nuggets, that's self-explanatory.
Yeah, pretty much. Even though they don't taste the same anymore.
Nah, I ain't fucked with them in a minute. Every time I go to McDonald's, I have a craving for this kind of shit.
Yeah.
I try it and I'm just like, what the fuck? This ain't it. Yeah.
McDonald's lost its luster.
Yeah.
Besides the prices going up, it don't taste the same.
No.
And now they snitching on people.
I do.
That's a whole different other deal now.
I heard he might not get the money either.
And I think it was a chick. But yeah, I hope they don't get the money. Now, mind you,
Snitch ass motherfucker.
the thing is, this is about McDonald's that I don't get. This is the only thing at McDonald's. You can't fix the ice cream machine. I can't get a McFlurry, but you can solve a murder. That you're trying to sell me? The machine don't work, But I can solve a murder, dog. I be like, oh, there he is right there, eating a hash brown. There he is.
That's him.
But thing it tripped me out. How come homeboy didn't just get it to go? Why they had to sit down and eat the hash brown? If you know you on pretty much everybody's watch list, the last place I want to be is McDonald's. Get caught eating a hash brown, bro. If you gonna catch me, you gonna catch me at like some Red Lobster eating some cheddar biscuits. If I'm gonna go out like that, I'm gonna go out like that.
You seen that one motherfucker that clipped his fucking ankle monitor on live, and then fucking bounced and was on the run?
For real?
Oh yeah, he's like kind of famous as fuck. I don't know if he's ever got caught. So he crashed his car into McDonald's or some shit first.
Really?
Yeah, he did it on live, right? So it's fucking like I think he's an Asian dude, right? He's like, fuck these motherfuckers, this and that. Fucking you just boom crashes his shit into fucking McDonald's,
Wow.
right? Gets fucking put on an ankle monitor and shit. He gets in trouble.
Yeah.
Then he's on fucking live like, if I get X amount of people watching this video, I'll snip this shit right now. He does. He fucking sniffs the shit and fucking bounces, right? Then he keeps popping up on live at different places. Like, yo, what's up? I'm in New York, fucking in Jersey or whatever. Let's fucking go. Where the party's at? And then he shows up to people's parties and
Get
shit.
the fuck out of here.
Dude, it's all on, yeah. I forgot what his name is. He's famous as fuck. And this happened like, I don't know, last month or two ago, something like that.
Ain't nobody snitched on him yet?
Dude, he was popping up everywhere at everybody's parties.
Well, he went to McDonald's, they would have snitched on him.
Oh, yeah, right?
He's
Dude,
right there.
straight up.
He's right there. Before I drop these fries in this grease, there he is right over there.
But he also didn't pop a fucking like billionaire in the head or whatever.
Yeah, but that was crazy to get caught like that. And
That sucks.
eating a hash brown. And McDonald's hash browns ain't all that great. You got to get them fresh.
Anything there fresh is like, it's kind of decent, but
Yeah, because
it's, yeah, like you, did you say that? Like 3 seconds later?
Yeah.
No good? The fries?
yeah, it's like you got to get them right when they're fresh, bro. If you don't get the stuff fresh, it's a no-go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you got like a 3-second count.
That's it, bro. You got to get them fresh. The thing about McDonald's that lost its luster for me,
Yeah.
once I found out they kind of minimized some of the sizes, then it tastes different.
They minimize the size? They
Like
shrink
the
this shit down?
from what I've been told and what I've noticed.
Oh, didn't they have a side-by-side picture they posted recently?
Yeah, like
Big
the
Mac was
bird-
like this big, and then the 2024 was this big?
Yeah, so they downsized it, but then they upped the price. So I'm like, you're gonna downsize it, but you don't up the price on people. So I'm like, McDonald's is a staple of America, but you can tell why everybody's gonna be replaced by AI. Because I'm like, when you walk into McDonald's, you can tell some of the people that work at McDonald's don't want to be there. You can tell by the look on their face. You're like, hey, excuse me, and they look at you like, what the fuck do you want?
Dude, it's a staple of America, but in too many bad ways, because it represents this like fucked up greed, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let's fucking like make things as fucking cheap as possible, as fucked up as possible, so they don't go rotten and shit, so we can just sell them fucking forever.
There's no telling how much things we don't know about certain preservatives used on the food we eat. I'm not trying to go too in depth with everything because I don't want to talk about stuff I'm not too familiar with. But it's just stuff I hear about.
Do you know we're supposed to be taking dewormers like dogs twice a year?
Why?
Because there's parasites in a whole shit ton of our food.
Is that the whole? I know we have natural like usually disease causing
I'm talking
bacteria.
about worms.
But worms?
Yeah.
Like you talking about like Can I give my dog the heart medicine?
Yeah. So we're supposed to be taking that too.
You serious?
Yeah. I took some.
You did?
Yeah.
When was this?
Got back from Korea.
You took like dog medication?
No. They sell human ones. There's human ones.
Where? At Walgreens?
I don't know. I have to Google it, but Asian countries have them.
I know we got them at Walgreens. I never seen no dewormer for no.
They don't
humans.
make them a thing. Maybe because they want to keep you more sick. But like, dude, they said the number one thing that has, I think it was that comedian Craig Conan or something. Conan, I forgot his name. He's funny as fuck, right? Half Mexican dude. Tells stories.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't say his name right. Conan. Anyways, he was like, yeah, number one fucking thing, the parasites is sushi, because it's raw. Number two is fucking pork, carnitas and shit like that.
You know what? I believe that too. Because you saw, what was that footage where it had like the salmon, the frozen
the
fish,
worms
and then there was worms inside of it. And they unthawed it, and the worms froze. But once they unthawed the fish, they came right out.
Yeah, so apparently, yeah. And I've been other countries been knowing about this. I think this country knows about it too. We just don't take them. So I Googled it, and then it is a half-ass Google search. But yeah, every 6 months. Supposed to take them twice a year.
Really?
Yeah.
If I find something like that now, you say I'm gonna take some shit because I mean
Shit,
I love
it's good for
sushi,
you.
dog.
Yeah.
I love sushi, but like I said, there's so much plastic in the ocean. There's so much other stuff. Nothing that and honestly, I really it's unless you grow the stuff yourself, or I don't believe
Well, that's where them worms are coming from too.
the organic stuff.
Yeah, it's just natural.
But are these worms something that'll kill us?
Yeah, it'll make you sick. But like you won't, it's not. You're not gonna die, I don't think. But you're gonna be like not 100%. You get too many of them in you, you're gonna be dropping down to fucking 60%. 70%.
Really?
Yeah, of health. You might get sick faster. But
Right now I've been eating a lot of tuna. Now I feel skeptical on like eating tuna now.
you should probably take Well, they cook that shit. It's cooked.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you're eating the
The raw tuna.
raw tuna, they freeze that. So even when they say it's fresh, it's all frozen. I saw this whole thing.
Okay, good. I'm like, yo, but everything's so bad for you, bro.
But
Everything's so bad.
it's not that it's bad. It's natural for us to have weird shit in us,
But
it's
when-
also natural for us to eat shit to fucking kill them.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I said, a lot of the man-made stuff that we have, some of the man-made stuff
Oh yeah,
gets in there, bro. That's it.
that's different. Yeah, especially America has these weird fucking like no laws on these fucked up chemicals. There's a new one. Who passed? Was it Robert fucking Kennedy, the dude that's in charge of FDA now? He said no fucking food dyes. He's about to fucking chop those fucking out because they're like poison.
If that's the case, we can't just stop drinking out of plastic bottles, dog.
That's
Might
a
as well.
huge thing, bro. That's fucking
Because it's cheaper.
contributing to my fucking man titties, bro.
That's what I heard. Like I drink out of plastic bottles.
Yeah.
Even remember when the what do you call it? The Perrier carbonated water used to be in the bottles, dog.
Yeah, it was nice.
From time to time, and it felt like you were drinking a 40 ounce. You feel me?
Yeah.
But now they changed it where you can't even get any of the glass bottles. You have to go
I like the Perrier and the Pellegrinos.
you have to go to like spirits and wine or something to get the bottles now,
You
dog.
remember that movie Heathers? Did you ever see that shit?
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen it.
You know the movie I'm talking about?
Yeah,
That
with
Winona Ryder,
Christian Slater. Yeah, I remember that.
they set up the fucking like those two jocks and shit.
I think I remember
And
that.
they were like, "What's going on here?" And they had them all like naked or some
Yeah,
shit.
like
right?
we're gonna make
and then
love
they
to-
found the fucking like Pellegrino bottles, and they were like, "Oh, they're gay." That's all they needed to see.
Yeah. Like they set them up before they killed them, right? Yeah, to make them seem
And
like
homie's father's like, "I love my gay son, my dead gay son." Or something.
that movie is a classic, man. I think it's so underrated. I'm glad you brought that. I'm gonna watch it.
That's a good one, man. It's
Yeah.
a solid fucking movie.
It is.
We had to study that script in film school too.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of them. I got to read parts from there.
Shit, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Oh, you pause for a second. I use the bathroom.
Yeah, let's see where we're at, anyways. We're at 1 hour and 8.